Hey everybody, Jamie here from a top secret undisclosed location, i.e. the parking lot of Mom's eye appointment, checking in with what's been going on. And so here we are, we're starting to finally get some nice weather up here in the Baltimore, Maryland area. And so it's got me outside, not as much as I'd like, but it's got me outside. I've been kind of chained to the desk doing some administrative paperwork things that need to get handled, that have kind of been the albatross that has been on my back for a while. And so it feels good to finally get through that stuff. And you know, I've got a bunch of Amazon returns that, you know, I sit on my hands and I let these things go past the return date. And so I need to jump on that. I got the wrong rotors in on the Yukon here. I've got the inspection coming up in June for this, and so I've got to return the rotors. I got the wrong clock spring, so I can get all the buttons working on it like they should, and so I got to return that. Just little things that you know, happen when you're ordering stuff to try to get a lot of things fixed at once, need to be returned because it's starting to add up. And I've also got a pair of hearing aids that I bought, some Sony hearing aids that are just like one step down from prescription strength, that I'm going to be putting up on eBay. I got a few things I'm going to put up on eBay. So that's one of the things I'm up to. I got the mower running, the riding lawnmower didn't want to start. Turned out it was a switch. And so right now I've got it just wired up with a butt splice that I connect I believe it's the purple wire to start it and the white wire to stop it. And we'll get that switch. I might even have that switch in a pile of stuff on the table in the garage. So, you know, getting that taken care of. I just didn't have air coming down here. Found out it was a fuse. This vehicle being 20 years old, it's a 2005. I'm noticing that a lot of the things fail on it just due to connection. It's not actually the part. When I bought it, the passenger rear window wouldn't move. And so I ordered the motor. That's something else I need to return. It's a whole motor assembly. And I get the inside molding apart and start monkeying with everything, spray the connections with some connection spray, some electric connection spray, and I find that it's working just fine. And so far so good on that. It was just a connection. So anyway, I've got to still do the rear rotors on this, and the parking brake pads need to be replaced, and I've got a broken off bolt on one side that I'm going to have to drill out to get everything to mount up properly. So other than that, and the right clock spring and the right airbag module needs to be replaced. And the grill's loose. This thing's getting pretty close to being up to speed 100%. And then I'm going to move over to the Corvette, and I got a Tech 2 diagnostic machine for the Corvette, because every time I would try to get a diagnostic machine for it, it's a 1995 and it's a hybrid. It's got the OBD2 connection, but it's an OBD1 system, and they have a built-in diagnostic on it. But I'd be damned if I could get the thing to work. I couldn't get it to throw codes or figure it out. I spent a few hours with it over a couple of different days. Maybe if I spent a couple of weeks with it, it would be different. But anyway, the Tech 2 is what they use down at GM, so I can actually flash things on the vehicle. I'm not sure the exact, you know, abilities that it has, but I might, let's say I wanted to go from high octane, which it doesn't run right if it's not in high octane because of how the computer is set up. I could go in and change it to where it'll run just fine on 87. Now, you guys that really know, let me know if I'm out of school on that one, but that's the idea. It's the one from the dealership, and I plugged it in months ago because I've got what I think is a vacuum leak, and I don't know if this guy's drowning me out or not, and it doesn't see the plug. And so, you know, you go through several different diagnostic machines, and you finally get the expensive one, and now it can't see the plug. So sometimes you can't win for losing, but I'm going to stay at that. There's probably a lot more on my plate, but that's what's up right now. And I just wanted to check in because Mom's in there getting her eye appointment done, and and it'd been a minute. I'm gonna do some work on the paint on this thing. Here, let's get in the shot. Do some work on the paint on this thing. It's fading, and I need to get a lot of the scratches buffed out of it, and so that's coming. And then I move on to the Corvette, and I move on to the dirt bike, because I'm gonna start riding the dirt bike to the gym now that the weather's nice. And I haven't fired that thing up in a minute, but it's a 2003, so it's a carburetor. It's easy to work on. I'll have that thing singing like a sewing machine in no time. So anyway, that's about 5.5 minutes. I hope you guys are doing well. Let me know if you have any thoughts on that Corvette. I'm probably gonna spray the connection plug with some electronic cleaner spray and just kind of dig into it and find out why it's not working. It seems like when things don't work, the more you research it, the more the problem turns up, and that's probably not gonna be any different. So hope you guys are doing well. I'll talk about keto next. I didn't get on that one. I'll let you know how that's going. Let me know how your keto's doing, and let me know some of your meals with keto that help get you through, because I still am really thin on my menu early on with it, but I have been losing some weight. My blood pressure's really high. I've got an appointment on Tuesday about that to see if we can get some medication for it in addition to all the other things, but I'll make a video about that. All right, guys, see you next time.